Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. Today I have a few updates and a lot of spring reset type stuff. I have some Hoyas that are in need of attention. I think most of them are in leca or pond currently. I have poles that need addressed. They either need extended, or some of these plants I'm going to take off of poles. Some of the Hoyas I have I'm taking off of trellises. I don't know what I'm going to get done in this video, but I'm really going to try to accomplish some stuff. And it's a mess in here. I don't know why, but I'm constantly rearranging in here and making a mess, basically. So it is a mess. You can see some stuff behind me. Some empty shelves. Maybe down at the bottom there. I don't know, maybe you can see. I usually don't have spaces left on the shelves, but currently I do. So we're gonna get into some of the stuff. I think maybe we'll mess with the Hoya first. No. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna show you some of the updates first, since I already have the camera up, and then when we do the work, the hard part, I'll lower the camera and get you down where you can kind of see what's going on. This plant here, I'm sorry the light's wonky. I do have the ring light on, but there's so much, I'm so backlit, and if I turn the other way, it still seems backlit. I don't know why. But anyway, I was trying so hard when I got this plant to explain that the leaves come out pink. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a new leaf, and there is pink. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it here. But it's very pretty. It's very pretty indeed. So yeah, and this is the philodendron snowdrift. But yeah, they come in kind of like a pinky white color, and then they kind of stay sort of white for a while, and then they get more and more green as time goes on. This was the other most recent leaf. Also, this plant had like a copper rust issue. Maybe you can see the spots. Maybe you can see them better on the back. I'm not sure. But so I've been treating it for that. And that is the #1 reason I throw philodendron of this type away is because of that. So, you know, wish me luck. I'm just gonna keep treating it. Every time I water it, I spray the entire plant down. It's a copper, I have copper soap, copper fungicide. I have a couple different things that treat that. So I just spray it with whatever's there at the time, which it seems like I'm always treating some sort of plant for it. And it's usually Pink Princess, Congo, Jungle Boogie, those types that seem to get it for me, like the Macaulay's Finale, Moonlight, Prince of Orange. Every single one of them I've had has had it at one point or another. Sometimes I purchased them with it, knowing that that's what it was, and sometimes it just kind of developed as time went on. Don't know where it comes from, couldn't tell you. If you know, please tell me. Somebody said it's from spraying the leaves, getting the leaves wet, or, you know, misting. I don't really mist. I do occasionally use a foliar feed, but I just use that for Hoyas and succulents, and I've never had that problem on the Hoyas or succulents, so it's anybody's guess. Speaking of plants that usually have that copper issue, maybe if I bring you down, I don't know, the light is like here. You can kind of see my hand is well lit, but up here it's not. This is Macaulay's Finale, and I'm showing you this one because it's variegated. I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's in water, kind of gross water, but water nonetheless. It's not really rooting or doing anything yet. This plant is a rehab. Oh, a petiole just fell off. But nevertheless, I've not had one of these that was variegated before, so I thought that was kind of cool. So it's rehabbing in water because it had no roots when it came to me, none. And even you can see it has some remnants of adventitious or aerial roots, whichever you'd like to call them. They don't look good. They were very dehydrated. I didn't cut them off because maybe one of them will plump back up and grow secondary roots or become a primary root. I'm not sure. But either way, it's rehabbing in this water for now. So I thought I'd mention it. No copper fungus on this one yet. I don't know. We'll see how it does. I don't know. Until it grows some sort of root or just dies, I'm going to keep it in this water. the Monstera aurea cuttings. The ones that were in the prop box, I think there's 3 or 4 in there, I can't remember. They're still in there. This is one that was in, oh. This is one that was in water. Now it's in pond. It spit out a leaf, and I can't tell if it's variegated or not. It's kind of Polaroid variegation with these guys. I don't know. I really don't know. But I think there are 2 that are currently in something other than a prop box or water. This is one. The other is in like mostly perlite. But this is the only leaf that is opened on one so far, mostly. I mean, it's a cute little thing. So they're doing something, and these are the ones that I said rotted. They did rot, but the aerial root is fine on them, and the new growth is fine. It's very strange. I don't know. But that was one. And then this is the other. It's in mostly perlite, but it might have some bonsai, or it looks like pond in there. That leaf hasn't opened yet, but it looks good. This one still has its chunk, even though it was kind of rotten. And I stuck it in here and it looks okay. I don't see any roots on this guy yet. Oh yeah, there is a root actually. It's only been in here a couple days, like 3 days. And there's a root over there. I should maybe move this to something else soon. There's no drainage or anything. I just, you know, put a little bit of water till I can see a little bit of water collecting in the bottom there, and then I just let it ride. But yeah, so this is another of the Monstera aurea babies. And I recently got a bunch of clearance plants from Lowe's. Maranta or Calathea, and then an Apobalus, this guy, I think it's Homalamina selby, Homalamina, I don't know how you say it, and switched them all to pond immediately. I just washed off the roots, pulled off anything that looked yucky, and stuck them in pond in planters this size, and there's a couple in 6-inch. They're all doing okay. This is actually the one that I would say has adapted the worst. It just looks droopy, kind of curly, like it looks thirsty, right? But well, I guess the reservoir is a little bit low. I was gonna say the reservoir is fine, but yeah, it looks a little bit droopy and unhappy. And this is the one that probably looks the worst. The rest of them are doing okay. They look either the same or better. This one actually might look a little bit worse than when I got it. I mean, other than the dead growth that I cut off. I'll show you one of the Marantas as well, and then I guess we'll move on. Okay, I think this is one of the ones I put in pond on camera, and the reservoir is mostly full on this guy actually. Not still, they've all been refilled. Every, I'd say 3 days, I refill the reservoir. The water on these, I'm not putting any nutrient or anything in them, it's just water right now. But yeah, this is one of them. I don't know which one this one is. This is the one with the red back. I have one that looks very similar in a slightly smaller pot with a green back. They look exactly the same except for that to me. Yeah, there we go. So, I don't know. And we have had a couple leaves die. But we also have, I don't know if you can see, I can't see. We also have new growth. So, and there are a couple new leaves that it has spit out somewhere that look okay. There's one there. This is so awkward. I don't want to tip it too much. But yeah, so it's actually doing okay. Better than I thought it would do because I've repotted these into soil before and had the whole plant die basically overnight. And it's been over a week. It's probably pushing 2 weeks now since I did these. So yay, new growth. It's not continuing the decline that it had really. Like I said, some of the older leaves maybe are dying, but I think they kind of were anyway. I don't know. I think they're doing well. Okay, and now I guess we're just gonna go down here, over here. I'm gonna sit right in the floor and we're gonna do some Hoya stuff because it needs to be done and I've been putting it off. Okay, so the last plant I did, which was also the first plant I did, it was Hoya Natalie. Yeah, N-A-T-H-A-L-I-E. Natalie or Natalie, I don't know how you say it. It's in pieces because I'll insert a clip while I'm talking. I found what I think is root mealy bugs. I don't know. It didn't look like perlite, which this plant may or may not have been rooted in. And basically this whole plant looks terrible. Like the undersides, the top of the leaves, it just looks bad. So I'm gonna go dunk it in pesticide. Sorry, but I am. And we're gonna restart it in pawn. And I don't know, it'll live or die. It wasn't doing well as it was, so I was also saying, pardon me for looking crazy, it's warm in here, but yeah. So I've took all that stuff away to be sanitized. Very, very sanitized because it did not look good. Leca. So this next plant is the Surgoensis, something like that. I don't know how to say it. I'll put it on the screen. And this plant hasn't stopped growing since I got it. It has put out, it's only been maybe November that I got it, I'm not sure. And it's put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaves and shows no signs of stopping. Like, let me get in closer so you can see this plant because it's really pretty. Or my humble opinion anyway, it's very pretty. It's looking very sun stressed. Those leaves are that dark. I know they're coming off pretty dark, but they're dark. They're beyond red at this point. They're so red they're like a chocolate color. Chocolate brown, maybe with a hint of black cherry. I don't know, very pretty. But the reason I'm messing with this plant, even though it's growing, is because we have roots all out the bottom. Can you see? And it doesn't seem to be bothering this Hoya at all. It's just bothering me a little bit. That, and I have slightly larger pots, so why wouldn't I just go ahead and put it in one? I guess in pawn. It's slightly larger. It's not a lot larger than what I have already going on here. This is how it came to me in this pot. So we're just gonna upsize it a smidge. A smidge, if I can get it out of there. Pretty sure we're about to lose some roots. All right, hold on, let me get a little bit of leca. Get one of these pots ready and a little bit of leca. Pawn, not leca. We're putting it right back in pawn. This is happy in pawn. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Which would probably mean that I should leave this plant alone, but I'm not. I'm not. I just don't like all those roots hanging out of the bottom. That and these pots are so small, I don't care what I put in it, I have to water them like every other day, or, you know, top up either the water or the nutrient solution. And that's not ideal for me, so. Trying to make plants conform to what's easy for me. Once again, I don't really wash my leca or my pawn, I just kind of, I put it in there and then I water it through, like outside of the catch pot, cover pot, reservoir, and then after that I just stick it in there and it is what it is. So I don't know. God, I'm afraid I'm going to find root mealies on all these plants because they all had the same, even though I got them from 2 different people, they had the same origination. They came from the same place, ultimately. So now I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, it's in there too. I might need something to get down the sides. You wouldn't think it would be that tight in pawn, but it is. The roots are holding themselves down here. Ooh, we have some rot too. Some. It's not a massive amount, but it's some. Some of like the secondary roots, which I guess is to be expected because they've been sitting in water or whatever a lot of the time that they have existed. Oops. I should have done this a while ago, and I know I should have, but I'm gonna rip every root off before I get it out. This is really in here. There we go. Come out. Oh, I'm ripping it, and it's rotted anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Set that aside. I'll clean that in a moment or several. I'm not really worried about disrupting this. I think we are going to cut off some of these yucky roots down here, but you don't look good. You are rotten from at least there down. And I'm not worried about getting 100% of this rot off. I know that sounds terrible, but it's going to be fine. If they die in the pot, then I'll go back and cut it again, or, you know, whatever it is I need to do. But I don't see anything in these roots like I did the other ones. Do I? Oh, mother. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That's not great. It's just, it was hard to tell up against the white perlite. Or whatever it is in this. I guess this is DIY pond. Oh my god. Okay. So, instead of taking all the roots off this plant, because it is growing and it is fine and it doesn't appear to be a whole infestation, but I do see something going on there and it looks a lot like what was going on in the other plant. I am going to put systemics. I'm going to top this pot of pond with systemics. And hopefully that's going to take care of this issue, because I really don't want to lose these roots. And then I guess we'll reassess soon, you know. We'll see what we can see. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I might be sorry that I did it, but I'm doing it. The systemic I use is, I think it's a bonide product. I can't say what it says, but I'll show you the bottle here in a minute. I have to go to another state to get it because you can't buy it in my state. But I am near the state line to at least 2 other states. Virginia and Delaware. I don't think Delaware sells it either, but Virginia does. Virginia does. So, I can't, it's not even something I can have shipped. And it's mostly because, you know, my state doesn't want me to be irresponsible with the product. Which I get, because I don't want anybody to be irresponsible with that product either, because it's just not, it's not great. It lives in the plant, even when it's not in the soil or the substrate, whatever it is you grow in anymore. It is living on in the plant for a little while. And it's not great for pollinators if you have that plant outside and it flowers. Or, you know, it can go up the food chain, basically, because it's inside whatever. If something eats this plant, and then something eats that thing, and then something eats that thing, it's, you know, it's that kind of thing. Like mercury in our water supply. So, yeah, I'm gonna top that with systemic, and then we'll water that guy in. I have to clean this up because I'm afraid that I'm gonna contaminate everything if I don't get rid of it. So, I'll be back. Okay, so here we are again. These, it sounds harsh, but first, it's been a minute. I sprayed them with Captain Jack's. Let them sit. Then I washed them in fairly hot water. I don't know what my hot water heater is set at, maybe 120. Just hot water. And then I let them sit. And then I sprayed them with, and this also is going to sound harsh, probably about, I'd say 3 parts water, 1 part bleach. And I just kind of dumped bleach all over, and I know it sounds horrible. Bleach, straight bleach on the leca that I think was affected, and the pond that I think was affected, and it's just sitting and draining. And I will flush it through several times with hot water. That's what I'm doing to, you know, clean the substrate, and what I've done to clean the plant. Like I said, if this plant dies, it dies. I have this container. It had the same bleach treatment, and I'm not even sure that this plant was affected, but just to be on the safe side, what did I do? Oh, it's right here. So this is the Hoya Nathalie again, and we're going to try to propagate it in pond. just straight into the pond, and I'm gonna fill the reservoir up pretty high and live or die. And I'll probably throw it in the cabinet, at least first go off, just to see if it makes it, and give it a little bit of, it's not really, the humidity in there really isn't that much higher, but the warmth, it's warmer in there for sure. So, all right, now we're gonna stick this guy off to the side. I'm gonna get that watered through, no nutrient solution or anything like that. We're just gonna water it. Set it over there so the dogs can knock that over while I'm talking. This one here, nothing's wrong with it really, but it's in a mix of bonsai and pond, and it's not doing well. I don't know, maybe it would do better in straight pond. We'll see. Ooh, it's mud in the bottom. It looks like charcoal. Must have had a lot of charcoal in this bonsai mix. Ooh, that's barely even rooted. What about this one? That one's rooted. This is a stick. We're gonna get rid of the stick. I'm gonna put it right back in the same container. See, I don't see anything icky in this. This is a cutting from one of my own plants, and I think this might have been Hoya margin. Oh, what's that smell? Hoya marginata. It's not that. I don't know what that smell is. Something wafted. Could be that husky over there. It's that kind of smell. Yeah, they're not real hydrated. All right. Make sure it's not this. No, that doesn't really smell like anything, which I guess is a good thing. I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing really terribly wrong with this. It's just not hydrating or really growing very well. That, and it was kind of not seated in the pot well. Like there wasn't enough, whatever that was, bonsai. I think it was a bonsai pond mix, which works great for some plants, but this one wasn't loving it. It's kind of like my go-to for Hoyas. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, stratum. Stratum is the key to success with propagating this plant or that plant. I've done really well with Hoyas with bonsai and pond mixed. I think the bonsai retains a little bit of moisture, more moisture, because it does have organic material in it, like bark and whatever. Bark and charcoal mostly, it looks like. I don't know, and maybe some like terracotta type clay. I don't know. But either way. All right, so put those over there. Those need to be watered. Who is next? Anybody back here? This one here is not really growing. Maybe I should look at it. I say it's not growing. It has a new leaf coming right now. A little teeny one. It's the Obavata Splash Variegated. Ooh, it's dusty. How's your roots? Maybe that's why it's not really doing a whole lot, because it's not very terribly rooted. There's no, I can't even see any roots through any of the slots. Here, I'll show you the plant closer. It is growing. There we go. It's just a little guy, but yeah, it has a new leaf coming right here. And this leaf, this wonky one, has come since it's been here. So, I mean, I'm just gonna leave this one alone. Okay, this is another one in Leca. It's the Matilde Splash and Wilbur Graves, maybe China, I think it was. I think. But, I mean, it's pretty. And I don't think there's anything wrong with this one, at least, my God, I hope not. It's just that there's two different types in one pot. And if I can get that sorted, get the Wilbur Graves all in one pot and then the Matilde all in one pot, that would be super cool. How come I only have two of, oh, I do have three of those. But there's one here. I'm missing pieces, or I thought I was missing pieces. Why are these so stuck together? And these pots just came off of Amazon. I have a storefront, but I don't even know how to use it, so I don't know why I have it. If I ever figure it out, I will link all the stuff that I use and talk about for you. I will try to figure that out. I've had it for over a year and I still haven't figured it out, so be patient with me. Be patient. Not that you aren't. You guys are always patient with me, for which I am thankful. This is just leca that I just recently washed, but it's huge. It's really big pieces of leca, like compared to the pieces in this bag. It's like a big difference. I don't know if you can see, but that's a huge difference. This one is heavy even. It feels like an egg. All right, so the goal is just to separate these two and hopefully not find anything terrifying in the pot. Oh, we have some roots. They're like grown through the wick. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can tell. Okay. Oh, this thing, it is literally just a leaf, but it has done the most rooting. It was the one I said, I'm pretty sure it was just a leaf she stuck in there, and it is. It's just a leaf. That's cute, though. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can you see that little guy? It is just a single leaf, but it has rooted all over the place. Super cute. I mean, super not useful, but super cute. Okay. So part of the reason for wanting to disrupt this, even though it's growing and doing fine, is I would like to have two separate pots before it's so tangled together. This is the Matilda. I'm just sitting it over there for a second. That's really dry though. It's always one thing I think when I repot leca stuff. I'm like, wow, that feels so dry. I'm gonna give this guy a fresh pot too. It always freaks me out a little bit how dry stuff in leca is, and it's fine. The stuff is fine. I'm just like, wow, it feels so dry. Which I'm sure is just my own paranoia. I'm certain. I'm trying to pull the wick up just a smidge so it's not completely flat on the bottom of the pot. I don't know if it matters at all, but just my own personal weirdness. All right, so I'm gonna wash that wick thoroughly with bleach. But I don't see anything going on in there. I see perlite, but I don't think that's necessarily any reason to freak out. All right, so this is the Matilda. We're gonna tuck it right in here, right in the middle. Seems like a big pot, but I think it's fine. Good. We'll put some of this leca right back on top. I might end up dumping this right back out after I look through. Sorry for all the noise. After I look back through that one, I'm like, oh no. I guess we'll see. It looks okay, though, what I can see of it so far. It looks all right. I'm gonna say it's fine. Everything is fine. At least we hope so, right? I'll go ahead and dump it in there. For sure, why not? Oh, that's so cute. It's so tiny and ridiculous. Got some of these tiny leca balls up there. I can see like the top of it. Maybe I didn't pot it deep enough. Whoops. Oopsie. That and the leca I have is a lot bigger than this leca that this plant already came potted in. I don't know if that's helping or not. Okay, anyway. We're doing our best. Or something like it. Okay. It is cute though. Like, can you see it? That is super cute. Okay, anyway, you over there. Is this the other new pot? This plant has much more roots, so I guess I can't really... And it hasn't stopped growing either since it got here. I think it's grown 2, 4, 6, and it has the 7th leaf coming just since it got here. It hasn't been here that long. Yeah. This plant has to sit almost directly on the bottom in order to even be in here. Remove the leaf. Maybe I should dig around in that some. It's just not sitting very well in the pot with all the roots, the existing roots and the existing leca stuck all together there. They look good though. I don't see any craziness on these roots, do I? What's up? Son of a bitch. There's mealybugs all in this leca. And I just put it all in that plant too. Like, alright, that's the first one I've actually tried to like push and move with my fingernail. And it moved. Oh, there's more. Why? Why? You know what? We might be switching to Pond because it's easier for me to use systemic and Pond. Like in this, it just kind of sinks in like a God. You know, and if this doesn't go well, we'll be propagating these plants very soon. I don't see them all up in this root ball though. That's like in the middle here. I don't, but I know that was one that I just moved with my finger because it like the powdery floofness of it. Does that make sense? I don't see any more. I don't see any more. All right, but we're gonna go put these pots aside, wash them with bleach again, and then I'll be back to figure this plant out. I'm pretty sure, oh, it was in pond at one time before. I can see the pond on the roots. Somebody switched it to leca at some point. Is it just a leca thing, root mealybugs? Somebody tell me, because I'm really not familiar with them. These are the first plants I've ever seen them on in my life. Ever. I don't really want to let these roots dry up. All right, I'm gonna go stick this in some water. Wash all of this again, unpot this, and do the same thing. And I'll be back. Okay, so my hand is here to block the wind, hopefully. Clearly I'm having a bad day. Because I think every plant that I've unpotted so far, yeah, every plant that I got from someone else that I've unpotted so far has had mealybugs in the roots. And that's nobody's fault. I'm not, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying I need to unpot all those plants that came from those two people now, no matter what it's in, or, whether it's soil, leca, pond, whatever. I'm going to unpot it and see what's going on. And I'm getting ready to start boiling the leca and pond in a stainless steel pot on my stove. Because I don't know if I have enough bleach. So, yeah. Okay, I wasn't really planning on messing with this one, but I boiled a pot of leca and a pot of pond just in a stainless steel pot, let it boil for however long. I mean, I don't think it matters too much. I couldn't survive boiling for 5 minutes. So, this is another plant that came from the same person, and it doesn't look good. It's never really looked good. It's Hoya caudata gold or something like that. And the only gold I see looks like pest damage. So much of it on the back. I'm gonna bring it closer so you can see. Okay, so this is the plant. You can see some yellowing there. The undersides don't look any better. Like, can you see? It looks like something's been crawling along chewing on it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's in leca. It came in leca. So we're gonna unpot it and see what's going on. Oh, there's actually a couple roots outside of the pot, teeny tiny, nothing much there, but since we're disrupting everything, we're gonna disrupt this too. It did actually recently put out one new leaf. The leca looks okay, at least what's spilled out. Was definitely potted in perlite or rooted in perlite. So far, I'm really not seeing anything alarming, but it's hard to tell because there is actually both perlite and a sphagnum moss on these roots. So I don't know. Either way, the plant's not happy. It needs to be treated. I'm going to treat it, repot it. Probably in pond, just because I'm more comfortable with Hoya anyway in pond than I am in leca. That, and I find it easier to use systemics in pond than I do in leca. What sucks about using systemics at this point in the game is I wanted to put I wanted to put a lot of these plants out in the greenhouse, and I won't because outside bugs get into the greenhouse. I leave the doors open a lot, so I won't put them in the greenhouse and risk like the ecosystem. So I don't know. This is actually pretty dry too, like the sphagnum moss that was on it. I have another plant in water somewhere, so I'm going to stick this in water as well and treat it. I'll stick it over here for a minute and treat it because I don't know what's going on there. I should probably bust out the microscope and look at it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go boil this leca as well. Wait, do I have anything else in leca first? I do. I have 2 other plants in leca that came from the same 2 people. I hate to upset them. This one has the gunge on the things anyway. This is the silver dollar. And it really does look fine. It's got a few roots coming out of the bottom, nothing terrible. And it's growing. It's put out 2 new leaves and it has 2 more growing. I hate to disrupt it, but we know something's going on with these plants. So, kitty, don't get all wet. Do you see the cat? I don't know if you can see him, but he's really interested in what's going on over here. I'm gonna wash both of these. I have the containers, the net pot and the cover pot. I have them downstairs sitting in bleach, and that's what I'll do with these 2. This has so much perlite on it, I can't tell. Let's see. Get in there, kitty! See off the edge of the screen? I can't tell. I don't have the monitor on like I normally do. This one actually looks great. Like I said, lots of perlite, but I don't see anything that suspicious floof looking stuff. The bird does not approve of my talking. Woohoo! Yeah, lots of perlite. I'm just gonna get off as much of the lick as I can. Kitty, you're not helpful, buddy. It's fascinating though. He can't see. We just recently realized this cat can't see very well. My husband, the genius, got him a laser pointer, which he's hopelessly addicted to. And it's cruel, humble opinion. But he can't see it very well, which makes it, stop, kitty, which makes it even harder for, for him, even more upsetting. So, not only that, but he's a black cat, and you know, black cats are taboo to some people. Either way, what I'm saying is basically he's just never allowed to go outside because we're terrified something will happen to him. And also, he can't see, and we do have coyotes in our area. They keep getting chickens. I have chickens, my neighbor has chickens. We're missing chickens. We have cameras outside. So, you know, we see fox every once in a while. We see raccoons and possums and even other stray cats, but, which I feed. But, the coyotes are about the only thing that's worrisome. The fox are annoying, don't get me wrong. But we also have dogs. They all have their shots. Don't worry, we have 3. They're all fully vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we still worry. So, anyway, my other 2 cats can hold their own just fine. Because we do have 2 cats. One comes in and out, the other will not come in. It's I call her the greenhouse cat. Her name's Olive. She will not come in for anything in the world anymore. She used to come in, but she's older now. She's probably almost a decade old, 9 or 10. She doesn't want to come in. She just wants to live in the gazebo, which is cool. She has a heated cat house in there. And then the other cat, Gus, Guggles, his actual name is Chungus. Don't bite me. He comes in some, more than the other anyway, because he comes in at all. But I do worry about this one. So he's not allowed out just because I think if something came in his peripheral to get him, he couldn't see it. So anyway, I'm gonna go boil this and put these in the bleach. It's a bucket, basically a bin, whatever you want to call it, in the bleach bin. And carry on unpotting all of the Hoyas that are in Lekka and the pond that came from somewhere other than me. I might even do some of my own. We'll just see, just in case. Okay, I can't see that far, forgive me. But we're still unpotting things. What is this? More Lekka, Hoya ovata, which I was just talking about this plant. With its no roots hanging out of the pot. It also has, it looks like sphagnum and perlite on the roots. The wicking cord. I am boiling all of it, the cords and whatever comes out, other than the roots, which I would if I could and they'd survive. I don't see anything on this one either, and the roots look okay. Oh, my dogs are hitting the camera. Alright, I'm not going to disrupt this any more than what I feel like I need to, which is about as much as I have, because I really don't see anything on this one. Perlite and Lekka is what I see on this one. Alright, plop it in water, which I will clean and boil these, Jacob! And these water basins. Oh, clean them, boil them, or bleach them. I'll boil the wicks. I'm wiping shit all over my face. All right, anyway, these go down to be cleaned. That in there. Next plant. Okay, the next one, which I was trying to leave alone, is this ganungading, however you prefer to say it. Because this leaf right here, I know it's dark, is new. I thought it was going to grow from up here, but it actually grew from under there. And has even more growth coming, whatever. And now I have to uproot it, because I'm pretty sure it probably has root mealybugs like everything else. I have my second pot of leca down there, blubbing. The stuff I already put in leca, either I've already put it in the leca that I've boiled, or I'm gonna pull it out and put it in even more leca. I'm gonna pot a lot of this stuff in ponds, so I don't know. This has tiny, tiny roots coming out of the bottom too. I see 2 roots, so I'm not too worried about pulling it out of here. Yeah. I see powdery bits. And on the leca balls I see it's not perlite. I know somebody's thinking I'm crazy because there is perlite in here, but like it's powdery. And when you touch it and like rub it, it does the same thing a mealybug does. It's everywhere. Why? Why me? That's how I feel. Did I take all these wicks down? Yes, I did. Oh, no, there's a wick right there. Trying to make sure I get all the wicks so I can boil them too. Gosh. I am for the moment. I don't know, I guess maybe you can see. This is whatever, whether it was nutrient solution or water, that is what I'm plopping the roots in while I do this, because I don't want to let them sit for an hour, 2 hours, however long it takes me to do all this in open air and dry out. So I'd rather drown them than dry them. So that's where we are. I was not expecting all this. I'm so sorry. This is not the plan of this video. I'll have to re-record the intro because, gosh, they're everywhere. Ew. Ooh. They're everywhere. And it kind of looks a lot like regular mealybugs, but why are they down in the roots? I've never seen that on a plant in soil. Like, somebody please tell me, does that happen on plants in soil? Or is it just it's mostly in the leca? I thought maybe I saw it in the pond, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just paranoid now, but definitely in the leca and a handful of these leca plants now. Oh, I have more somewhere. I thought this was the last one, is it? It might not be. But the roots were nice. They really were. Sorry, I don't have my monitor over here, or I'd zoom in. I've given up on it because I'm back and forth so much. Oh, please don't die. It had new growth. And now I'm making it angry and stuffing it into a bin of water. Okay. Boil and bleach. It's my new method. I still have a chore, and then the other plants I had next to it were the Lacadosa Silver Mint and the Lacadosa Super Silver. I'll do this one since I'm here anyway. No roots coming out of the bottom of this. This is the chore. Since I'm already here pulling plants apart. And this one, some of it wasn't looking so good. Actually, I don't see anything on this one, do I? Oh yeah, I didn't know. Do I? I'm not sure. Hold on. I can't see. Some of the roots just don't look great. Like that one there. It's very shriveled and dehydrated. I don't know if you could see it, but trust me, she ain't looking good. He, it. There's some that aren't looking great. Like, a lot of this isn't looking good. I might just have to reroot this guy. but I don't actually see anything in the roots of this. No, I really don't. But I'm gonna treat it kind of the same as the others. So these roots are just like brittle. A lot of them are just brittle. Like, I don't know if you can see them like blowing in the fan, but I can. We'll figure that out. I think this is gonna go in pond instead of leca. So a lot of these roots are just like dry. Even though it had water in the reservoir, like most of the roots are in there now. Except for these dry, it's like straw. Even though it had new growth. Oh, there's one good root on here that I can see. Like the main root, the tap root. I don't know if that's what you call it. It's like pieces are just coming off and blowing. Alright, I'm gonna stuff the whole plant basically down in the water. That one looks okay, it had new growth. The roots are the same, they don't look super awesome. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that in pond. I don't like Hoya in leca. I don't love it. I mean, I know some Hoyas do like it just fine, but I, as a planty person, planty parent, I don't love it. Okay, I'm just making sure all the roots are at least damp. I'm gonna go take care of this bunch of leca. Oh, this gets worse by the moment. Whew, okay, I think I have three plants left on pot. 2 in pond leca mix, or no, pond bonsai mix, and 1 in leca. I've been downstairs boiling pond and leca from all the other plants. 2 of these are, it's just my mix, but they've been right next to the other 2,000. The other, however many, I don't even know, plants that were in the, that have the root mealies. Oh wow, there's a lot of roots in that. This is the Hoya Silver Mint, and it's very perlite heavy. I mean, it looks okay. Let's look close. This one looks okay, but this is one of the ones, it didn't come from anybody, it's from my own collection that I propagated it. I'm gonna pour this water somewhere because it's wet. It doesn't need any more moisture. I just need to set it somewhere. Over here. Yikes, okay. I lost a leaf, whoops. I have a bin over here offside. I'm boiling everything, I don't care, including the wicks, which actually I boiled them, and then now I have some sitting downstairs in soapy bleach water, which is what I've done with all these pots. I don't know if you can see them. There's pots like all over the place around me, just kind of sitting and drying. They were in a hot soapy bleach water mix also, which is where this is going. And then this mix, doesn't matter what it is, I'm boiling it. I'm over it. I don't like bugs. Even if they're harmless bugs, I don't like bugs. But I especially don't like ones that are eating my plant roots. Alright, this is the Hoya lacanosa, or no, Hoya croniana. Yep. Super silver, or Eskimo they were calling it. The root's really dry on that. I don't see anything going on there. No. Nothing stuck to it except for a pond. It was really dry too, by the way. like crusty dry. Ain't no moisture in that. Okay. And then the last one is in leca. Let me dump all this somewhere. Meatball, you're not helpful. Okay, the last one's in leca, and it's this one. It's been growing. It's been growing. It's the Hoya Nicholsonier New Guinea Ghost. It's currently putting out at the same time 1, 2, 8 leaves. But yeah, one cutting is dying, so there's 2 in here. It has the green gunge. Really dry, but I don't see any root mealies. Oh no. In the water. How about this one? I don't see anything on this one, so that might be good. I might actually put this one back in leca, if I can remember what it came out of. Okay. Go clean these. Okay, so an unreasonable amount of time has passed because I went from having a not great day yesterday, finding root mealies or whatever that is, some sort of pest, I'm sure, to just having one of the top 5 worst days of my life. So a lot of these plants were just kind of sitting here. Some of them weren't even in water. They were just like tucked down in the thing so that they didn't fall over or I didn't step on them. And others were in water. I don't know. Hopefully I haven't killed these plants. But I'm going to get them potted up now. And then I'm going to go back to bed and pretend like I don't exist for a while. So I think my plan was I was going to put most of them back in pond. These are all the cotton wicks which have been boiled and bleached and dried. And I scrubbed all the pots with bleach and I boiled all of the leca or pond. Some of the leca I am reusing. The pond I am not because it's somewhere very wet still. I don't know where I put it. I don't know what I'm doing. See, the Nicholsonier, we'll do that one first. That one was in leca. Don't eat it. The cat comes right up and chews on it as soon as I say I'll do the Nicholsonier. That's the one he went to bite. All right. There was 2, right? I think I'm only doing the one because the other one just looked really bad. Does that sound right? Sounds right to me. I don't know, maybe we'll put both in there. Because maybe the other one was just looking really bad because it had pests on it. All right, little baby, get out of there. Go on. You're not helping. I don't actually see anything on that one. I don't think I did. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I guess if I did, that'll be terrible that I'm just putting it in there. I don't have the mental capacity right now to deal with it, though. What I did have yesterday, it's gone. It's gone. Please, little baby. Can you see him on the edge of the camera sticking his head and everything? You're not helping. I might even actually be getting some of this leca in this pot. I probably should have put this in pond. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But didn't. It probably wasn't really super great where a lot of these are growing to have them just sitting out overnight. I gotta water all this stuff. I'm just gonna put water in for today because I'm not with it enough to do much of anything else, I'll be honest. Little baby, please get your face out. All right, the other pots I want her over here. There really should be more of these somewhere. I only found one that's that particular size. No! He really wants in this pot, this particular one, with the ganungetting. Now he wants in the one with the panchoy. Will you go on? You're not helpful, sir. All right. Turd. I'm gonna do this one first. Okay. I really don't like this one. This is the one that doesn't have the indicator. What was this one in? It must have been in leca. I don't know, but we're gonna put it in pond. He's got his whole head shoved down in that thing. I don't know if you can see him. I can't tell on the monitor. Kitty, are you trying to drink that? What are you doing? Get out. Go on. Yeah, this one was in leca. So hopefully I haven't filled it with rage by doing this. Oh. Little baby, don't drink that water. Ew. Freaking cat, man. Well, if nothing else, he knows how to cheer me up by being annoying. Stop and pestiferous. Come on now. Okay. This one somewhere for water. Let's do something with the silver dollar and the obovata. Does that sound right? I am, I guess, going to put the obovata in this one, even though I can't see what's going on down there. That really doesn't seem to fit. I have 9 million of these things, and none of them seem to go to the right pot. That's really weird. I guess we'll sort that part out later. But for now, I don't know. We're gonna put it in pond though. As soon as I figure out what I did with the little scoop, there it is. All right. I really hope I haven't like done these plants any terrible harm by just leaving them sit. Because that was definitely not the goal when I started this. What are you doing, weenie? Alright. I guess as long as I don't forget to water them when I'm done here, that'd be good. That's the Hoyas Silver Dollar. Which, where's your sticker? Tag. Found it. Okay. Set you aside. Please, kitty. Are you trying so hard to be helpful? Please keep your feet out of there. I think I actually had one more plant I wanted to unpot somewhere, but I'm gonna have to do it a different day. I can't. Ow, kitty. He's attacking my foot now. All right, am I out of things? That fits pretty good in that one. Okay. And what are we putting in here? Pawn. And I guess in this one I'm going to do the Hoya Penchoy. Let that guy pull it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the plan here. Come on, little baby. Go on, little baby. Oh, your roots were in the air. Like I said, some of these were not even in water because I really intended to do this right away. Come on now. But it didn't happen that way. So, yeah. Don't drink that water. Get your face out of there. He has water, I swear. Go on. Shoo. No, get your face out of that water. Let's keep him out of it. He moves on to the next one. Go on, buddy. Psst, psst, psst. Sir, you're not helpful. What are you doing? Go on. Oh, stop. Stop. Go on. I really should have ordered more leca because I'm actually almost out already. And I just got this leca maybe a week ago. I don't know. Maybe a little more than a week ago, but nevertheless. Kitty. Kitty. Hey, sir. Get your face out of there, please. I think next time I have to repot, I'm just going to shut the door. Because he's a pest. You're almost as bad as root mealybugs. You're all up in there. Ugh. I hope y'all are having a better time of it than me right now. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure what's going on with me could be worse. Like, I'm okay. Everyone in my family is okay, but it's just, for me, a personally painful situation without going into any gory details. Emotionally painful. Okay, so there's that one. With pollen everywhere. Don't you start with me again, little kitty. All right. I've got, what, 2 more? Yeah, I have 2 more here to do. So stop it. Stop it. Don't you dig my pollen out of there. No, I have 3 more. There's another one right here next to me. Okay. I think I'm going to do leca for this, for both of these. Did I say leca? Yeah, leca. There it is. I think they both also came out of leca, so maybe it won't be too harsh. Maybe I should put the wick in first. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and do this one. The Caudata Gold, I think this was. Sounds right. Okay. All right, put this one aside for some watering. Oh, it had another place where it was getting ready to grow. Maybe I didn't make it too angry. I don't know where to put anything. Put it there. Okay. I'm like missing a base or a net pot. I'm missing something. My brain. All right, this one is also going to go back into leca. And I'm going to attempt to treat all of these plants, at least to the best of my ability, with systemics. Because I really don't know. Oops. Why I keep forgetting that I need to put a cord in. I really don't know how else to treat that. It's not something I've ever dealt with before. Root mealies, I guess they are. They look just like regular mealies, but just all over the roots. So, yeah. If you have any tips on how to get rid of those, let me know. Because it's a new one on me. You get rid of them just like you get rid of regular mealybugs, which I pick them off and hit them with alcohol. That's how I get rid of regular mealybugs, but I've never tried to get them off of roots before because I've never seen them on roots before. They were all up in there. Okay, one more. That's the Obovado Splash Bar. And that's going to be this super solver. You know, I really feel like somewhere I did do the other one. Maybe I've already potted that up again. Maybe, because I don't... I don't see it just sitting in a cup somewhere, and I don't see it actually anywhere. Maybe it's in the other room because I've watered it. I don't know, my brain no work. I don't know where the cover pot is for this. I assume it's downstairs still in my kitchen sink, or in the bleach bin down there in my downstairs shower. But I will find it. Pond. This one was in a bonsai pond mix. So I'm going to put it back in something kind of similar. Because it was rooting, and this is one of the ones that I left kind of out in the air before I realized that I had done it. It's got some roots on it though. I just cut this off of the mother plant not that long ago because it wasn't looking, you know, stellar. It wasn't the best looking thing I had seen, so I gave it a chop. Scraping the bottom of the bag. I've literally got them all clustered so they lean over one side of the pot. Oh well. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Okay. Am I missing somebody? I can't see behind me. Hey, there's another cover pot in this bin over here. I'm pretty sure that was over there because it was supposed to be cleaned. And I missed one. Okay, I am going to go water everybody and find the other cover pot for this guy. The Croniana Super Silver or Eskimo, I think it was labeled. I don't know. Alright, let me go find my stuff and attempt to get my life together and I'll be back. Okay, I found the Hoya Blackanosa Silver Mint. It was behind me. I just couldn't see it back there, so I potted that up. This is the systemic I was talking about. It's imidacloprid. I guess that's how you say that. I don't know if this works in semi-hydro, but I'm gonna try it because I don't love mealybugs munching on the roots of my plants. So I don't know. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna take you off there and show you where I've put the plants, which is basically back where they were. But I know that you couldn't really see the plants that I was working on so well because I'm 9 miles away when I'm back there. But so yeah, I'll take you off there and I'll show you what's going on now. So yeah, they're just kind of chilling up here. It's, you know, these ones here are all the ones that I've repotted. Like I said, mostly into pond, but some I put back into leca because they seem to be okay in leca. I just put them in new leca or, you know, cleaned leca. And then the other ones are down here. There's some in the back corner there. But yeah, so far so good. I really wish I hadn't forgotten them, or well, it's not that I forgot them. I wish I hadn't had life implode and basically ignored them for, you know, 16 hours or whatever it was. But yeah, so hopefully they'll be okay. Okay, so I really hope I haven't killed them, leaving them overnight. Like I said, my world kind of imploded. Hopefully it's still fresh, so hopefully next video I'll be back to my usual self. I dare say I will. Time will tell, I guess. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.